Malik Cunningham at quarterback out of the 2-minute warning. Dropping back and running in one move to break some ankles into the end zone as he breaks the goal line for a touchdown.
In the middle, he knows it. He still has to make two guys miss. He does it, and then you got to lower the shoulder.
Second and goal from the 4. Mullins out of the shotgun, looking right. He'll throw to the end zone, and it's caught. It is Nick Muse. Nick Muse with a little gritty to him. For those of you listening on 740 The Fan, hopefully we can get a nice play here for Noah Jindor, as Ehlers just throws up basically a punt, and it's caught by Landers inside the 10, and he walks into the end zone. What are we doing here? Come up with the stop here on our 1st and goal to go. Mills looking end zone, back shoulder for Dell.
He got it.
Bobbling.
He got it.
And maintaining. Touchdown, Houston.
He sets the feet, and he turns. He tries to secure the catch. It comes around, stays with it.
At the time, and Dan Campbell was interviewing for the tight ends coaching job, and he got the job. Yeah, those two go back.
And let me tell you, last year, I'll let you know this return.
Maurice Alexander found it. Crease showcasing why he is good at this roll. Couple of pirouettes. And Alexander's loose down the sideline. Maurice Alexander, goodbye.
You know what, Jason? Now that I think about it, unimportant.
Lions pinned back to their own goal line again. This is a one-on-one matchup in the end zone. Won by the Giants. Sweeney.
And he's got a community for him. All the way from his teammates to everybody in this community supporting him.
And back to the field, Calvin Austin for the touchdown on a rainbow throw in the second quarter. Mayfield floats one for the end zone, and the catch where his feet in. Trey Palmer. That's a Buccaneer touchdown.
Wow, what a throw. But
and he does indeed remain in with 2 picks to his credit tonight. Breaking this down the sideline, and this is home run speed. Emmanuel Wilson. Wilson is gone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 3rd down and 6 for Green Bay. Clifford throws, intercepted. That's a pick 6. Tyson Anderson. He needs a big preseason.
Sometime in the preseason to get a little bit of action at some point. Gaskin with a burst up the middle, crosses the 50, 45, down the sideline, 35, 30, still on his feet, and finally D. Alford back to return this punt from Bailey. And Alford at his own 20. Cuts it up the middle to the 30. He's free to the 35. There goes Alford. To midfield, has Bailey to beat. Alford's going to go. The punt return for the touchdown. D. Alford for the Falcons. Said he doesn't have enough dough to go ride on a rocket ship quite yet, but we'll see. Dobbs overshoots it, and that ball is picked off. We got a solid return, and Dobbs is going to end up being the...
Readjusts his feet, and he just was not able to throw a good ball. The ball kind of came out of his hand a little bit wobbly.
See if the Browns defense can make a little noise here on 3rd and 7. Fromm pressured, steps up, ball's in the middle of the field, and that one is picked off by Ronnie Hickman for the 2nd time tonight. It is! What a job by the rookie out of Ohio State.
The 2nd down and 10. Wow, on the move, 4 seconds left, got a man, it's caught, touchdown. Cobbs somehow got free. And
a nice throw.
Brian Cobbs got both feet down. Wilson delivers Sutton into the end zone, touchdown Denver.
He is a really good change of pace back, better at blocking and better at catching the football here this offseason.
First touch for DJ Moore. They use him in a ton of ways in Carolina. This was one of them, and there he goes
Goodbye touchdown. Welcome to Chicago. DJ Moore, 62 yards.
Middle of the season before Sam Darnold took over at the end of the campaign. Walker, deep ball, overthrown for Equanimeous St. Brown, and it's picked off by Trey Avery of Tennessee. And he's got some room. He'll take it near the 30 of Chicago as Blossomgame brings him down.
Barkley, end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown, Dezmon Patmon. Matt Barkley and Josh Allen. Not a good sight when a 6'8", 320 guy is coming running at you as that pass is deflected and picked off down the sideline for a pick six. Darius Rush with the interception return for a touchdown.
And straight ahead, Anaconda first down, spins inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown. It looked like the field turf caused the fumble there.
Unfortunately, we got a lot of young players, and some of these young players are not really aware of how.
Rodgers, for the Jets and Tim Boyle. And Boyle, it picks it off. Oh, nice tackle made to prevent what could have been a pick six.
Rourke, swarmed, stays on his feet somehow, will have a chance to get it away, and he completes it for a touchdown. Olesen worked free, but Rourke did the magician work.
Well, here you go, Rourke. This is your opportunity. He sits back here. The offensive line absolutely gets destroyed. Shakes one man, two man, 3, 4. Keeps his eyes down the field. Finds his receiver down the end. Boom, that's a touchdown.
Setting up favorable situations on second and short. Here goes Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn up to the second level. Breaks a couple tackles, and he's down to the 20.
But he'd love to be a backup, if not the Ravens, somewhere in the league. Brown throws decisively, but it's picked off on the far sideline, and it's going in for 6. Dangerous picks that could tie this game up at 20. A 31-yard return for a touchdown. And goal from the 10. Huntley fires back shoulder. It is caught. Tyler Wallace, touchdown Ravens.
Low snap by McCown. Bennett guns, end zone, caught. Is he in? Puka Nacua, touchdown. Ethan Evans, the rookie out of Division II Wingate, with a high spiraling kick. Davis backs up, also a rookie from the 20. Davis to the 30, makes one man miss. The 40, Davis midfield. Darius Davis down the sideline and gone 81 yards.
Denaric Prince is in the backfield. And Gabbert, he's got a good inside the 15. Incomplete to Richie James.
Situational awareness. It's got to be one of the premier aspects of his game that they like.
Now Winston with pressure coming. Going for the bundle. It looked like he held on. It's in.
2nd and 14 for Darnold. Comes up throwing. Ronnie Bell. Fingertip grab.
Great throw. Right where it had to be.
I think Trey Lance, obviously, they've got a lot invested in him as a young player, as a developing player, but he's got to show that he can make better decisions and be more active with the football.
Bell dropped it. Webb with the interception.